Pauline Rasambale kicking things off from the West's Tigers in the NRLW. And Fiji Bulikula with the ball in their hands to start here in Port Moresby. Down the short side. The heat policy is in action here today in Port Moresby. Temperatures around 30 degrees, humidity 75%. So there will be drinks breaks throughout this encounter and an extended halftime break with the welfare of the players a major priority, of course. Tegan Hartigan is the number 9. She was the number 6 last time they played. Her younger sister is the 5'8" today, and what a hit that is coming in from Fiona Yunke.
Only had the one opportunity at the Sharks this year, but shows significant promise as Fiona.
Kick from Naitoka Toka holding up on the breeze, and here is Minor Sinapati and busting them straight away. Destiny Minor Sinapati looking forward to playing in this fullback role after being on the wing all season with the Titans and acquitting herself beautifully in that position.
She got the set off to a fantastic start. Caught it on the full, caught the Fijians napping. And look, tackle 2, they're already at their own 40-metre line.
Good contact there. Destiny Brill, all of her experience in the number 9 role from the Queensland Maroons. Former Titan and Rooster, here she is again with the second phase. Loffy paw through a blind pass and it's picked off. And racing away here, Fiji Bulikula in cover, slipping through the tackle of Mapasua. And that went forward perhaps. It's into touch now and razzle-dazzle footy in the opening minutes here.
Well, there's nothing like confidence. You take the intercept and run 50 metres and then you do a moonwalk. That is confidence. Well-read in defence, aggressive defence up in the face of the Samoans. And the pass was forced. And then the intercept and was streaking away.
I think it was Patricia Rakadroka that was running down this edge. Nice little intercept.
Puts the afterburners on.
But look at this, she does a full 360 as well. We don't get to see it. She does a full 360. And throws Taylor Mapasua off and then moonwalks the touchline.
Hands off, let go now. Hold, go 1. 10, come 10.
Pictures being provided by the Papua New Guinea host broadcaster here, so we thank them for providing these pictures for us to bring to you on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Real potential of an entertaining encounter if the opening few minutes are to be judged by. Brill asking for a penalty, nothing forthcoming. Here is Williams Guthrie in that trademark right centre role. What about the contact there? Tale Holmes and all of her experience on the left edge. Gets involved in back-to-back tackles. The Shark, former Dragon. And now Rasambale goes high, gave it everything. Cassie Staples, the fullback, approached it with confidence, caught her teammate out of it, and earns the penalty as well inside the 10, all those chases.
That was a good take. Oh, no, they can't tap and go. Nice take by Cassie Staples. Under some pressure coming through, but they were offside, the Samoans. And we see calling for a little bit of calm here.
Most of the Fijian players from Fiji, from the domestic competition over there.
There are a few. There are a few in this team. There are also a few who've come from NRLW. Cassie Staples is one. Naikore, number 2 as well, she's played. Patricia Rakandroko hasn't actually played in NRLW, but she's been around for a long time. So there's some experience in this Fijian side.
Played for the Australian Prime Minister's 13 a couple of times and scored a hat-trick against Fiji Bulikula. In fact, Rakandroko, after scoring 2 tries in their maiden international in that same year in 2019. Naitoka Toka is the playmaker with the headgear on. Shifting it to that left-hand side where another NRLW face, Merawalesi Rokawono, is operating. Nice offload there from Majors for Staples backing up, and here's the best opportunity so far for Fiji Bulikula. Lang moving it on. They go through the hands and they'll get a fresh set after the knockdown by Mapasua. It's play on here when they eventually tidy up, and they can go again from 30 metres out. In fact, there's no advantage in doing that, so they'll take the centre field scrum.
Yeah, I think that offload was Alitina Moore there, and after her first run where she took it off the kickoff, every time she's been able to promote the football, either shift it across, and in this one in particular, she comes up with an offload. They find a little bit of space, but Mapasua, who's the winger, she had to get up and play at that, and caught one out.
Didn't want to let it get on the outside for Rocco Marama, who's a proven try scorer, an Olympian in rugby sevens.
Girls, we're not going to do this today. Get your arms around. Heads in. Wait for the break.
Liam Kennedy laying down the law.
In the middle. Break.
They shifted the scrum across and they've opened up this space, and strolling over is Naikore for the opening points for Fiji Bulikula. How easy was that from the set piece?
Oh, it was very easy. They loaded up, they had 4 on that left side, and then when they played at them, it looked like Samoa just panicked a little bit. That right edge just came up and got caught in no man's land, the winger, and it was a very easy 4-pointer there.
Vitalina Naikore, who scored 3 tries for the Cowboys in her maiden NRLW campaign. Also a star with the Fijian Drua side in Rugby W.
It just winds up. Thought it was going to be the Fijian sidestep there, which is looked a step, but then goes straight over the top of you. Who was that who passed that ball down? Was it Rocco Ono?
Yeah.
Beautiful play. As I said, wound up the Fijian sidestep. He was just about to get the bumper bars up and just drew in the defence. Beautifully timed pass on the outside. That was similar to their coach, Joe Dakatoga, who were playing against him years ago at Penrith. He wound up the sidestep, the Fijian sidestep, and I thought he's going to go left. He went straight, and the elbow was raised.
He played a handful of games for the Panthers under the guidance of Phil Gould, who handed his debut alongside Brad Fittler and Greg Alexander in 1994.
There may have been 2 Fijians playing for Penrith back in the day, maybe 2 wingers at that time. They were electric.
What can Naitoka do with the conversion attempt? It'll be waved away.
Conversion unsuccessful from number 7, and the scores Fiji 4, Samoa is the score.
Well, what a start for Fiji Bulikula, leading this game 4-0 after the early try from Naikore. The Cowboys connection as Rocco Ono threw that beautiful pass to get her on the outside. Staples did well to fumble that one backwards from the kickoff.
We didn't see much of Rocco Ono this year.
Just the one game.
Just the one.
He signed a 3-year deal with North Queensland, and here is the captain I was about to start speaking about, Josie Majors. She's 47 years of age, mother of 4, grandmother of 2, and still representing her country with immense pride here today. And she's actually an ambassador for a visa company trying to bring a lot more Fijian players to the NRLW and also have work commitments and study as well in Australia.
She's very passionate about her football and how it can help Fiji. And she's been around for a long time, played union as well as league. As Josie.
47.
Yeah.
47.
She's a town planner by profession in Sydney.
That was as old as Cameron Smith. He played when he was 47. He looked 47. Hello, Cameron.
Brill fires it out to Williams Guthrie. What can they do from the attacking scrum? Rocco Ono makes the tackle. We'll have our hands full with Williams Guthrie. Back to centre field they come. Attacking it, Janelle Williams, who was here with the Prime Minister's 13 last month. Trying to spring into action on that left-hand side. Great defence, though. The offload was available. Lofipaw keeping it alive. Look at the dancing feet of Minor Sinapati. Had nowhere to go, though, as Fiji Bulikula defend their line, sliding from side to side.
They're very short out to the right, the Fijians.
Oh, the crash ball. And they are over. The referee, having a good long look at it, is not going to set it up as a try just yet.
No try, just confirm the ball stays held.
Is it Nua Asala trying to crash her way over?
I'm with Liam on this one. First look, I thought that there were a couple of bodies around and one underneath. Cassie Staples does very well.
Not sure how we're going with the audio of Chris Butler in the bunker. So only midway through the tackle count. They'll be able to play it 10 metres out and try and crack the line for the first time. Plenty of time to try and set up a pet play. Here they go. Pilia'e Rasambale contained. How important has the defensive work of Tale Holmes been in the opening exchanges? Brill had to wait. Again, pressure on Lofipaw. Through the hands and knocked on eventually by Fiji Bulikula.
Well, there you go. I thought there might have been a little knock on by Samoa prior to that one, but Liam Kennedy has called it off Fiji. So first points we saw to Fiji was off a knock-on error against Samoa.
And for people watching for the first time, the captain for Samoa, Williams Guthrie's the sister of the great Sonny Bill Williams. So
an incredibly accomplished athlete as well. She played for Kiwi Sevens.
Yeah, the Olympics.
Very talented, was great for the Titans this year.
After every game, received a 5-minute voice memo from Sonny Bill on how to improve the game as well.
And how not to shoulder charge.
Again, great defence from the scrum. Only a few metres on offer for Tessa Leo. No look pass from Destiny Brill. Tidied up in the end, I think, by Fetu Samoa, just keeping that one alive after it was knocked back. So Brill fires it to the right. There's players over here. They must score. Williams Guthrie sets it up beautifully and untouched in the corner. It's Lindsay Tui this time for the answer.
There's plenty of space on the right side. What I like, no one overplayed their hand. Went to the line, and in the final pass by Williams Guthrie, just speaking about Williams Guthrie, just held the ball up, drew the defence in. Nice play from Samoa.
And prior to that, just having a look, it was Fiji thought that the knock-on was actually going to be ruled in their favour. So they actually stopped, and Naitoka Toka is calling in her winger and centre to come in and do some work, thinking it was a yardage carry out, and that's what actually shortened the lineup for them on that left edge. You see how tight they are here, and you're right, Williams Guthrie does very well just to have some patience there. Lovely little last effort.
Yeah, both tries. The first try to the Fijians was spaced out wide. Williams Guthrie there does a great job. Slowed herself up, drew the winger in. Though all three players never overplayed their hand. Nice hit back by Samoa.
Yeah, the back rower, Angelina Hunt, didn't set out in search of that try line. She knew she had the speedy outside backs on her outside and used them. And Lindsay Tui, who played 3 games this season for Parramatta, just 18 years of age, another teenager breaking through at this level, scores the first try for Fetu Samoa. So the conversion attempt from Pilia'e Rasambale. Another tough one in these breezy conditions in Port Moresby. Trying to break the deadlock. It'll be waved away as well.
Let go now, back to me here. Come on, all the way. Hold, go, one.
Very exciting start here, all locked up at 4 points apiece after the opening 15 minutes. Fetu Samoa answering that early try from Nakore for Fiji Bulikula.
Just watching the Fijian back rower, Holmes. Wow, loves the tough stuff out in that left edge. Inside pass, well read.
Those two are former high school teammates at Marsden State High. Lofipour and Minor Sinapati. She's paid the price after that tackle. Already got the knee heavily strapped and maybe some wear and tear on that for the fullback. This will tumble away on the breeze for a 7-tackle set.
Well, you can see the breeze then. Got a hold of the ball and just advanced it another 10, 20 metres in the air.
In the middle.
A reminder, the heat policy in effect today. And knock back is the call again.
This is zero. Go, zero tackle.
Zero tackle.
Trying to skip on the outside, risky play, flirting with that sideline, but did well to find Staples in support. Now the footwork from Naitoka. Oh! What about that hit? Nua Asala just lowered the shoulder and went right onto the highlight reel.
Go on, let go.
Ouch.
Tackle 2 there. Got a HIA here.
This will be for Minor
I think it's
Sinapati,
Minor
I think.
Sinapati, not the Fijian there. Didn't Nua Sala just hit her with everything? The kitchen sink was involved. Goodness me.
Early signs not good for the fullback here, who was taking a little while to play that ball a moment ago, and she will leave the field for the HIA, but here's the hit.
Chiropractor.
Samoa, back here. Samoa. Front foot. Just wait.
So reshuffle required
Tackle 2.
from Jamie Soward, the head coach of Fetu Samoa. Again, the ball bouncing backwards, tidied up nicely. Oh, she got some evasive skills. Morocco Marama on the right wing.
Hold here. Wait. Wait. Go. Hold that ball. Back and hold. Get square.
Just went on with the tackle. I'm happy about it. Malena Sua, the 18-year-old schoolgirl playing on the left edge. Still completing Year 12 at Mabel State High in Queensland. Came here last month with the schoolgirls team. Faced the PNG Orchids juniors here and won. How about those life experiences as a schoolgirl playing in Port Moresby a couple of times in a month? Something to tell the classmates about when you head back on Monday.
Close to a full house last time she played here as well. I'd be definitely on the bucket list.
12, hands off. Mark is square.
Strong run by Ramofe. And out of dummy half.
Held.
Legs chopped down.
Release on the line and hold. Go 3.
Already got Sa'unga out there as the backup dummy half, and the Grant Williams Guthrie
4, let go now.
She spotted that threat early, Williams-Guthrie.
Took Staples backwards. Now Naitoka, and that'll be a knock-on. Too hard to handle for Rocco Ono that time.
Yeah, nice change of angles. But then once again, Williams-Guthrie saw the threat, sprinted for marker, just watched for a marker. Look at that, just putting pressure on from the inside, Williams-Guthrie.
Arms over, we need arms over. Heads in, Fiji. Head in. Cock off, head in. Wait for the break. Just come in. Ball in, let's go. Break.
Williams-Guthrie's trying to skip on the outside.
Now, let go.
Good battle in the centres, isn't it, between two Queensland-based players. Williams-Guthrie against Rocco Ono, Cowboy against Titan.
She's quite tall too, Rocco Ono. They're always tall and they're always hard to get to ground.
Go to.
Definitely keep an eye on that as this game progresses.
Off that ball, 8. Get square. Go 3.
Berryman Duff playing as the backup dummy half here. Strong run.
Back here, break, come on. Back here. Go
Up
forward.
over halfway.
Last tackle, don't play it on her. Wait, go 5. 14.
Berryman Duff trying to scream for a penalty, nothing doing. Pilia'e Rasambale again trying to control the kick, and Staples gives herself up, but there's been a lot of knock-back adjudications. You can't afford to give yourself up like that. You might get away with it.
No, you absolutely can't. You can't afford that at all.
So after the drinks break, Fetu Samoa will be on the attack. So the heat policy in effect here, so drinks breaks in both halves. And look at those conditions, temperatures only in the high 20s, and you think heat policy, but when you add that humidity of 78%.
The humidity, when you're playing PNG, you cannot breathe. Your lungs are just absolutely burning. It's always it's an interesting experience playing in Port Moresby, to put it lightly. Here we go, you see the moonwalk here. That was a great opening play. This was the grubber early in the game when they forced an error. There's always great experience playing in PNG. Great memories. Actually spent some time right up north in PNG, up around the Kavieng area, which is about 45 an hour flight from Port Moresby. Without doubt, one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, untouched. Great for surfing and fishing, and really safe.
Wait for the break. Heads in, let's go. Time on, ball in.
Great opportunity here after the error from Staples. Trying to crash her way over. Here's Tessa Leo.
Hold, let it go now, let go. 1 foot and hold.
Berryman Duff looking left.
Oh, well done.
Great work. Jumping off the line in a real hurry
Go 2.
was Lang.
Outside, 2.
Nice handling, Pilia'e Rasambale. The line speed from Tale Holmes again, exemplary.
11,
Yeah, really
hands up,
aggressive
back here,
Holmes.
Onside, 14. Back here. 3.
They'll keep going right where they scored their early try. Oh, Angelina Hunt takes them with her and tries to get the ball down, but held up once more, Fetu Samoa.
She's hard to stop, isn't she? Especially out wide. Really smart that Samoa identified that Tale Holmes, who's been a rock in defence, was missing from that left edge, so they thought they'd attack down there.
Hold, go 4.
Another good opportunity here with a tackle or 2 left.
Loffy Paw spotted a hole, but it closed just as quickly. Still going, the
Tackle
teenager.
6 now. Wait. Go 5. 5.
Brill with some footwork. It is the last, and she's going to have to hand it over.
Marcus, stay up.
I don't know if she realised it was the last.
Just watching the back rower for Samoa, Hunt. That's the niece
Go.
of the great Ali Lauti, who played for New Zealand and also the Warriors.
On the legs. Marcus,
For a
square.
couple of
Hold
years
out.
there,
Go
you
1.
could not get a hand on Ali. He was out of this world.
And Hunt herself played for the Kiwi Ferns a couple of times. She was known as Angelina Leotawa before getting married.
Did she debuted for the Warriors?
Yeah.
Yeah, debuted for the Warriors in 2018.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a great defensive stand from Fiji Bulikula. Fetu Samoa started with a fresh set 10 metres out. Oh, nice set play, but there was plenty of players waiting to gobble up Rocco on it.
Go 5, nothing late.
Toka trying to pump it into the breeze. Chaser right on the eye line of the taker. Did well under pressure there.
Back on side, back on side.
Lane's come up with some
Liati has
really
just
good
come on.
tackles. So she gives away a penalty there. Yeah, Lang's shot up a couple of times and shut down the threat there.
It's not quick, that's it. It's not quick.
Liati came on in that reshuffle with Mino Senapati off with the HIA. She was a star in the Eels Tasha Gale Cup team and has signed with Newcastle until the end of 2024, just 19 years of age. So look out for her in the next NRLW season, you'd imagine.
Liati.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks a real athlete.
Back on the white line.
See whether she can chime into the back line here with the number 19 on her back. There's the setup play.
Off the ball now,
Malayla Sua.
Hold here. Wait, go one.
Finds the target, Destiny Brill. Oh, beats them this time, but what about the effort from Tale Holmes to save a try?
It's complete.
Ultimately gave away a penalty that scores level. They're not thinking of going up in 2 and edging their way in front. They want another try here. Hard and straight
11 hands off
with the
now,
setup
11.
play. Berryman Duff trying to work out which way to go. They'll head to that right-hand side, potent right-hand side, and here she is, the new look fullback, Liati.
Straight up now, let go one.
A step through.
Go two.
Berryman Duff just takes a little while to wind up from dummy half, and that affected the service
Hands
for
away.
Janelle Williams.
1 foot and hold. Go 3.
That's better to Brill. And Lofipo, space here. The centre finds her winger, and Fetu Samoa have their first lead of the ball game. It's Taylor Mapasua.
Well, again, they've just had a glut of possession off the back of real discipline from Bulikula. And this time they're able to take advantage of it. They shift it out to the left and they find the winger unmarked because that right edge defence had to come in and try and shut that down. But Liati on the opposite side makes a nice run and gets a nice quick play the ball, and then there's really good shift out off the back of that. Destiny Brill is involved, gets it to Lofipo, and it's a really nice play out to Mapasua for the 4 points.
Once again, don't overplayed their hand, catch and pass. Understanding time and space on the edge. And Mapasua, that's a big try. There's just so much space on the outside, the defensive winger came flying in for Fiji. You'll see here, Rocco Mararama came flying in off the wing and just catch and pass. Too easy in the end.
Yeah, Patissa Leo did very well to get that ball away cleanly, considering how quickly Rockamorama was coming up in her face from that edge.
Come out. Minute 20.
Taylor Mapasua playing under Jamie Soward for club and country. Saw her in action for the Dragons a few times throughout the last NRLW season. Might be an easier side to try and stroke this one home for the goal kicker, Rasambale, former Wallaroo, also debut for them against Fiji, and does add the extras here.
Downside here.
So Fetu, Samoa enjoying their first lead, but they cough it up from the kickoff. It's Pauline Pilia'e-Rasambale and the offside.
Oh,
When it's picked up like that.
that one's got to hurt.
Just wait. That's your mark. All right, let's go.
Fiji got to their kick restart very quickly after that
Interesting
attempt at goal.
tap and go technique from
That's-
Naitoka Toka
That's the old backyard tap and go.
off the thigh. Oh, now the mistake.
Well, that went backwards. Just attention to detail. Notice off the kickoff, the chase off the kickoff before that error from the Fiji team was quite unstructured. You could see the heat and the fatigue really kicking in.
Arms around, let's go. Fiji, arms around.
There's about 10 minutes left in the game, and this is where those smaller players really can come to their fore. Like you said, Joe, lots of fatigue coming in.
Ball in.
For the very first time, the NRL is heading to Vegas. Join us as Australia's most exciting sport is unleashed on the sports and entertainment capital. Rugby League unleashed in Las Vegas. Tickets on sale now. Visit nrl.com/Vegas. Another mistake here. And look how eager Fiji Bulikula are to celebrate that little win. And now go to work from another attacking scrum where they've already had some joy.
Well, a lot of points have come off the back of errors for both sides. This is a great opportunity here for Fiji. The previous one, they just gave it away with their own error, very close. But they need to just hang on to the footy, try and build a little bit more pressure against Samoa. And particularly, I think, getting out to that left edge, that's probably where they've got the most structural strike.
Ball in. Right. Talk, man, talk. Get up, get up, get up, get up.
They go right. Got some tricks with the footwork. Rocco Marama. No way past Tessa Leo that time. There is
Go, talk, Maps. Maps, chat.
Rocco Droka.
Chat, Suna, chat. Talk here, see. Get up, get up.
School teacher in Sydney. Been playing for the South Sydney Rabbitohs like quite a few of these players for Fiji Bulikula have.
Hold it, wait for it here. Wait, go through.
Saanga from dummy half.
10 straight up now.
No way through the middle. Now they can go wide. Naitoka Toka. Oh,
Great.
Williams Guthrie all over Tale Holmes.
Release fast, tackle, 5.
Still on for Naitoka Toka and
Oh,
her
she's going.
creativity, and coughed up here and eventually dived upon to provide the repeat set.
Yeah, with that strong breeze, when you're going into the breeze for your attacking kicks, makes it a whole lot easier this time on the ground. Just the grubber into the in goal, chase down the kick. Could have been a try here. Ball went down. Turning the screws, Fiji. I think if they get through this set, there could be points at the end of it. Going to go short. Now they're going long.
Awkward bounce. Did well to hold it up a little. Through the legs there. Sienna Lang.
That was a lazy grab at the footy there. I think it was Destiny Brill. She just couldn't help herself. It was just hanging out there like a ripe piece of fruit, ready to go.
So they don't waste any time. Tap and go and inside the red
16
zone.
now.
Fiji Bulikula. Tonka looking dangerous as this game wears on. Staples ran behind a teammate and Williams Guthrie got to her anyway.
Hands off, back in 21. Go to.
Look at that strip from Brill a moment ago, and Josie Majors back into the ball game and getting whacked. Fresh legs for Fiji Bulikula. There's Kilawakana.
Stay square. Hold.
And they find a way through here. Again. Oh, Williams Guthrie just not letting Tale Holmes wind up at all. They go that way. Not played it. Even though she turned her back on it, Pilia'e-Rasambale. And dragged into touch. And that's all above board. Well, there's plenty going on in the adjudication front right now.
Well, the skipper, Williams Guthrie, couple of big tackles on Holmes. That battle out on that side of the field's a beauty. And that time, a bit of rugby league karma coming back. There was no way there was 6 to go.
No.
Let's go.
Because 95% of the time when a player is dragged across the sideline, that's a penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
Off now, let go.
So Fetu Samoa grateful for the decision in the end.
Now. Get square. Go, Tom.
Fatigue will be kicking in now, approaching the half-hour mark, and coughed up. Looking to counter-attack immediately. Fiji Bulikula.
Well, just with Majors and Hardigan both getting back out there, they look a little bit more settled through the middle. Bulikula not as disjointed as we saw in the sort of last 10 minutes or so.
One, give room 7.
Sienna Lane, just 18 years of age, part of the Titans' pathways. See her in the NRLW in years to come, you'd imagine. Younger sister of Tegan Hardigan, who wore the 6 last time Fiji Bulikula played an international 4 years ago. Here's the captain, Majors.
Righto, hands off 15, let go now. Straight
Again,
up.
physical work. Defending in the middle from Grace Wonga. Oh, some hands from Naitoka Toka. Somehow scooping that up.
She's lucky she's built low to the ground. My goodness.
Oh,
good
again,
shot.
rock solid contact.
Wait. Go 5.
And the kick at the end of it all, onto the chest of Pilia Erasambali, and terrific defensive work from Fetu Samoa again.
Wait. Girls, hold. Go 1.
Williams Guthrie with some hard yards, helping out her forwards right now. See the weight of possession that they've enjoyed in this first half, and that tackle was high from Holmes.
I'd love to score again at before half time. A really important period coming up the last 5 minutes of this first half. The high tackle there from Holmes. And really impressed with Holmes. Charges with the ball, but then defensively really aggressive.
Spoke this week about how much she's learning about her Fijian culture when she comes into camp with Fiji Bulikula. Tale Holmes lived in Sydney all her life, of course. Fijian heritage. Both of these nations tapping into that. Jamie Soward has talked about some of the names that he could be able to lure to this team in the years to come, including Ivania Politi. He's so proud of her Samoan heritage. Fui Meono, Tafunga, Abigail Roach, Soliola, some of the names that he'll be talking to if he keeps the job. And if Fetu Samoa can work their way onto the World Cup stage with those qualifiers coming up next year. They're right on the front foot here after the penalty has been earned. Inside the 10. Oh, there's space here right up the middle. And over. Try scored by the veteran, Nua Asala for Fetu Samoa.
And Nua Asala has got on the back of a couple of huge charges, and on that quick play the ball, just got the ball and said, see if you can stop me. Nua Asala. A lot of power. Really quick off the mark. Just got that ball and dropped the low centre of gravity and just found a way to the try line.
Another who played for New Zealand, played a load of tests, played in 2 World Cups, 13 tests in all for New Zealand, now playing for Fetu Samoa.
Just plenty of space there. The Fijians were spread very, very thin out on that left edge defensively, and she just put her head down and kept charging. Took a few Bulikula across the line with her as well. She's been good as well. I think Tale Holmes has been very strong for Bulikula, but Nua Sala, she's come up with close to the hit of the season so far, including NRLW.
Yep.
And then she gets a 4-pointer as well for her efforts.
A shortage of highlights from Noah Asala, who played for the Broncos this past season in the NRLW. Setting up the easiest conversion attempt so far for Pilia Rasambale. The lead is 10 and about to become 12. And coming up, the Men's Pacific Championships continue. The PNG Kumals host the Cook Islands. That's next on Nine's Wide World of Sports from this same venue, live from the Santos Stadium in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea. The crowd will be packed to the rafters cheering on PNG for that one. Put up a good fight against the Prime Minister's 13 of Australia a few weeks back now at this same venue.
Yeah, the atmosphere in the second game, screaming will not stop from the start till full time.
16, let go now. Mark is square, hold it up. Wait.
Oh, again. Noah Asala is bumping off would-be tacklers. Getting a quick play of the ball for Brill to go to work off the back of it. Last player in, really attacking the lower limbs of Destiny Brill. Could have been penalised.
6, no more now, back all the way, come on, all the way. Go 4.
Niati, again, you'd love to see her stride out, wouldn't you? Looks built for sprinting.
Yeah, real athlete.
Time for the kick. Pilia Rasambale able to measure it down towards Naikore. And there's no way around the advanced party of Tui and Williams Guthrie.
Hands off the ball now. Get square.
It's a shock that Fiji were able to score the try on that side so early in the game. When you look at the defensive talent Fetu Samoa have on that side.
It was too easy too, wasn't it? Just catch and pass.
They've sorted it out since then defensively.
21, stand now.
Michaela Ellie and the 21 jumper getting involved in that tackle. Just onto the ground for Fetu Samoa. Ball's come loose here, so the last 25 seconds or so. Chance for Fetu Samoa to add some more points, perhaps. And they'll have to do it with a late offload here as the siren sounds. Entertaining first half. Fiji Bulikula landed the early blow, but then it was all Fetu Samoa after that. And at half-time in Port Moresby, they lead it by 16 points to 4. Well, the breeze was at the backs of Fetu Samoa in that first half. They made it count. What can Fiji Bulikula do with the breeze at their backs here, playing catch-up, trailing by 2 converted tries? And Aneta Noah Asala was a standout for Fetu Samoa, bringing it back on the opening play of the second half. Scored that late try in the opening 35 minutes. Brisbane Bronco. Just holding on there was Janelle Williams. Berryman Duff doing plenty to try and get the markers out of the way. Oh, too hot to handle that time as the middle forwards tried to combine, and Noah Asala coughed it up, copped a whack in the mush as well.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think she got one in the face for her troubles too, but this gifts Bulikula a really good field position to kick off this half.
They bring it back to centre field with Majors. Second stint in the game for the 47-year-old captain. And right on the front foot here. Kilawakana taking them down to 10 metres out. Now Sa'anga, nice service for Naitoka Toka. Cassie Staples chiming in the fullback role. Copped a highest shot. What can they produce late in the count? Tale Holmes setting it up nicely. Got dealt with after getting the pass away too, Tale. What can they do on the final play? Toka. Oh, what a kick. Just missed the wing. It was tough for Naikore, sailing on the breeze, that crossfield kick.
Oh, it was the right idea. It just looked like it came off the boot a little hard there. Naikore unable to just reel that one back in. But, geez, Tale Holmes, she'll have an Aneta Nuasala-shaped shoulder imprint in her chest after that last one.
Yeah, she ran away from Niall Williams-Guthrie and got nailed by Nua Asala instead. This is how close Naikore was. Look at the disappointment. If she maintained the width nearer to the sideline, might have been even easier to catch, perhaps. Here is Williams-Guthrie. 7 tackle set here for Fetu Samoa. Has to get right back into the red zone. Not now, though. Knocked on by Lofipaw.
And once again, the attention to detail. That ball just going a little bit behind the halfback. Lofipaw. And they pass from dummy half. You got to hit the mark. Good opportunity now for Fiji. They'd love to score next. They can get the fullback Staples one-on-one, especially around the middle of the field.
I think they probably need Aliti Namor there back on there, because she did generate a couple of offloads which really bothered Fetu Samoa, and that's where Cassie Staples can really come into the game if she sniffs around someone who's got an offload like that.
They'd like to get Raka Droka into open space as well, a proven try scorer. Seen a little bit of it in the right centre role. Go that way again. Another pass hits the deck as they try to get Staples chiming in. There's that Rugby Sevens background and put her training regime up on YouTube to get spotted by Rugby Sevens recruiters initially. Cassie Staples.
Trained with her at Justin Lang's gym down at Cronulla there, and she's an excellent trainer, very physical. Actually came from netball before she went to Rugby Sevens. Very athletic, very quick too.
Not a whole lot of go forward on this set. And the kick comes from Lang, dealt with after getting it away as well, and knocked backwards by Mapasua.
I think the kicker was hit after. It was Nuasala smashed someone the play before on the search and destroy mission.
It was Sienna Lang that she targeted. She's just getting back to her feet now.
Both of them are. Shaping for a charge down, and then the contact was inevitable afterwards. So opportunity knocks for Fiji Bulikula. Trying to launch the comeback right here and now. Again, the pass made the player wait for it, Majors. So Unga is the dummy half. Moved on to Toka. Here's Staples. Big cutout ball, finds the winger. It went forward though, and it looked that way to Naikore.
Yeah, it looked too good to be true out of the hands there. It definitely travelled forward. However, that long shift is the first time they've really actually hit their assignment. With the ball's been out in front, they've been able to move and engage a defender. So the idea was right, just the last couple of times they've got into this position where they've got over the line, just execution's let them down.
Pushing the winger there, Niakore. Do you remember the Fijian rugby union player, Rapini Faufau for Ambuka?
Yes.
Possibly the fastest player I've ever seen in league or union. Moves very similar to Rapini. Would have been a sensation in rugby league. My gosh, if he ever came across to the dark side or the light side.
Of course, Roo, you know so much about Fiji and rugby league. All of your siblings played for Fiji.
Yeah, they have. My sister played in that last test match that they played against PNG at Leichhardt, and all my brothers have played. I think Corbin and Ashton have both captained Fiji as well. So I haven't had the I didn't have the opportunity myself to play for Fiji. But very, very proud.
Oh, awkward looking
High.
tackle. And it's called high. Destiny Brill did not appreciate the treatment from Tegan Hartigan. Tegan Hartigan, who was Tegan Lang before she got married. Daughter of Asiri Lang, who played for the West's Magpies and the Melbourne Storm.
He was a winger, yeah?
Yeah.
He was a good player.
Both of his daughters playing in this game.
Yeah, I was going to say her sister is number 6, Sienna.
Lofty Paw holding on to the footy safely this time. Berryman Duff rolling off the back of a quick play the ball. And she's looking for something similar here for Brill. Still Destiny Brill. Tough to contain close to the try line. Staples did well and then followed up on Berryman Duff.
Good scramble.
Defence from the fullback. She's alerting other teammates to get in position for the kick now. If it does come, they go through the hands for now. Oh, cut out ball, nice option, and they'll score in the corner. How good was that? The awareness from Liati to put it out in front of Lindsay Tui.
Yeah, once again, room on the outside, and Tui gets some room out wide, just finishes off a great try. And on the back of that penalty from the high shot, they get down, easy field position for the Samoan team. And it was all too easy in the end, just catch and pass down the right side.
Yeah, the lead up previously, Fiji had defended very well. Just turning away Fetu Samoa, but this time when there's just possession against you like that, the weight of possession just goes in the opposition's favour, and this time in particular, again, nice and clean through the hands. Picks up Tui on the outside. And Destiny Brill at 9, it just means it's just a cleaner pass out. So it doesn't take as long, which means the ball can move a little bit better. Really nice double cut passes. That last one was lovely. I think it was Liati.
Yeah, left the right pass from the
A
backup
lovely one.
fullback off the bench.
She'll look good in red and blue next year. Playing along Jessie Southwell and Tamika Upton. Back-to-back premiers this year, the Newcastle Knights in the NRLW. Huge reception when they got back to Newcastle.
Brought the club the first minor premiership ever too. Pretty impressive.
I was waiting to see Jessie Southwell skateboarding down King Street.
There's still time.
If you set the itinerary, where else would they have gone on that celebration tour there?
Rehab.
The margin is 16. Really tough to try and get this one close, you'd imagine, for Pilia'e Rasambale, driving it into the breeze. Good luck. Across the face.
Stand side here. Stand side.
So 20 points to 4 in favour of Fetu Samoa here. Fiji Bulikula had their chances to hit back at the start of this second half, but once Fetu Samoa got some good ball, they made it work.
7 off the ball.
I mentioned some of those players that Jamie Soward hopes to attract. He also hoped to have Christian Pio involved today, the offload queen from the NRLW. She was ruled out. And Jatea Feifua actually didn't have the right passport ready to go, so unable to play in this fixture. She's now got that passport sorted, I believe, for the next call-up and requirement to leave the country. A couple of setbacks for Jamie Sauer to contend with, who hopes to be the coach of Fetu Samoa going forward. He'll sit down and talk with the authorities about that beyond this game. He actually played in this venue for the Penrith Panthers back in 2016. Still alive here. It's all Fetu Samoa. And what can Destiny Brill do? Fires it wide. Pilia'e Rasambali elects to kick eventually. In behind Naikore. Nice calm take, and not afraid to flirt with that sideline either.
Just the way she caught that, so calm. Facing her own try line, even tried to put a step on facing her own try line there, but Fetu Samoa, Chase was up to it.
Crowd getting behind the underdogs here, chanting for Fiji Bulikula. Don't forget it's PNG against Cook Islands in the men's coming up next from this same venue. On Nine's Wide Water Sports, Naitoka Tonka was very nearly away there. Staples at speed, almost too quick for the service. Nice tackle again made by Michaela Ellie. Back to Lang for the kick. Nice confident take from Mapasua. One of the try scorers today for Fetu Samoa. The wingers have scored 3 of their tries so far. Tui with a double.
11 roll out.
Again, fabulous technique from Tale Holmes. Tackling machine on the edge.
Let go 13. I can swear. Red line here.
First touch in the headgear for Assauer.
It's her first time on the field too.
She's been on a development contract with the Parramatta Eels, so knock on at the end of it all from Pilia'e Rasambali.
You see Aliti Namor there is back on the field for Bulikula as well. So we're looking for her to straighten things up a little bit and potentially come up with those offloads.
See why the 18-year-old Tafau Assauer has earned the nickname Big T. Biggest player on the field by a mile in the headgear there in the number 18. Defending for Fetu Samoa here. Nice work. Again, Ellie involved with Pilia'e Rasambali driving Tale Holmes back, who's got that knee heavily strapped. Longest NRLW season has certainly taken its toll physically on some players. Looking forward to a well-earned rest. Heading up towards Christmas and then go again. Oof, there's Big T. Trying to make an impact defensively.
Lucky to get away with no penalty there, Big T.
Oh, that's a shot! Big T, NRLW superstar of the future, I think.
Big T. Wow. I want to see a replay of that.
Imagine her and Annetta were just like doing tackle practice this week.
That was huge.
Wasn't it?
It was a standout with Manly in their first Tasha Gale Cup season. 4 tries in 7 games for them, and then the development contract with Parramatta. That was one of her tackles, but the next one was even better.
Well, that was Gilmeister-like. Obviously watching the end of the Newcastle Knights run, Hannah Southwell. Some of the technique where they just launch, cut the opposition in half.
11, hands off. Back to me here, come on, back here, back here, back here. Go, 14, hands away now.
Good quick play of the ball. Oh, what a run. Determined stuff. Right through, and a legs tackle from Staples to slow down. A rampaging Angelina Hunt. And quickly through the hands to the other back rower, Sewer. And then the fullback popping up on the left-hand side now, Liati. Ball's come loose. And the mistake. Here's the call.
Might be a HIA. One of the Fijian players caught the hip. Oh, they're grabbing at a knee.
It's Rakadronko. She earlier was looking a little uncomfortable after a run. She got up to play the ball in here. She stays down after this contact.
Is it the hip of the head or is it a lower leg?
Sure.
Well, they were stretching out crap.
Yeah.
Pickle juice.
Wait. It's the perfect time to take an early drinks break here in Port Moresby. We'll take a quick break. Being carried off here in Port Moresby, maybe more than just crap. And don't forget, coming up next on Nine's Wywater Sports, it is PNG, the home team, the Kummels, taking on the Cook Islands here from Port Moresby. This stadium that's had its fair share of upgrades down the years, and capacity crowd expected for that one here, cheering on the home team.
That'll be a good game. The crowd were going absolutely ballistic a few weeks ago when PM's 13 were playing Kummels up here. They've got a lot of stars, PNG, and a lot of really great homegrown talent too. So the fans will definitely be turning out to cheer their side on.
Communication there from Lang, just letting Sa'anga, who was locking that scrum, let her know that she was the one who would do the passing off the back of the scrum. Holmes, most room she's had to move all game. Able to advance 5 metres before contact, but then driven back by Williams-Guthrie a couple of times. Referee lenient in the end. Here's Naikore, and ran back into the clutches of Williams-Guthrie.
Might be looking for a different avenue if I was them.
Again, Big T involved defensively. I think the crowd has a new favourite here. Every time she looms for a tackle, look out the opposition. Nice work in the wrestle there by Berriman Duff, turning her opponent onto her back. Lang under pressure, skips out of the tackle and goes through the hands. It was on, created space on the outside, but Sakula Wanga, who's just come on after that injury to Rakadronko, could not hold on.
A real opportunity there for Fiji. Unfortunately, the error. Once again, turn it over inside their area to the Samoan team.
Three of the 4 players off the bench for Fiji Bulikula played in the grand final last month in Fiji in the local domestic competition, winning it with the USP Raiders. That's another rampaging run from Angelina Hunt, who's growing in stature as this game progresses. Back to the right-hand side for Williams-Guthrie. What a tackle. Roccoano, one-on-one. Oh, had a look up. Pilia Rasambali, and it's play on for Fiji.
Yeah, errors from both sides of just hamstringing any kind of attack they've sort of been putting together. They can't build any pressure, and It's just a little frantic at the moment, but I tell you what, we've seen her do some great defensive things. I'd love to see her with her hands on the ball. I want to see what she's got in attack, because I feel like she just punch holes in the defence.
What about that adventure and understanding between the two North Queensland Cowboys looking to make a big shot and can go wrong like that, and Big T knows it.
Yeah, it's a fine line for Big T. A lot of them going to come off, but a couple, they're not going to be pretty. That one there, they just slip, but yeah. Just got to be careful.
Rocco Ono, the victim, and the bunker might just be having a second look at this.
Well, she didn't miss her. She got her pretty flush.
What sanction would you like to see there, Roo? Penalty sufficient?
Well, I think it'll be on report. Penalty is sufficient for me. I don't believe it's on purpose.
Rocco Ono slipping into that tackle. Was able to emerge relatively unscathed. Staples, again, so evasive. And the one-hand flick, if you don't mind, to Namofe. Still going, and the crowd getting right behind Aliti Namofe.
Been quite lenient in the ruck, Liam Kennedy. This is a really good go forward now for Bulikula.
Lang growing in confidence in that 5/8 role. Rainema to play it inside the 10. Hardigan trying to organise playmakers. Naitoka again. She found it this time. What a try! Naikore on the end of a pinpoint kick from Seri Naitoka.
A great kick considering the wind. The breeze really behind the Fijian team. And then lands right on the spot early in the half. Naikore missed an opportunity, but not this time. Probably a tougher take, this one. But at full strength, at full speed, and stretching out, scores an absolute beauty.
When she put it on the boot, Naitoka, I thought it might have been a little too hard, but Naikore gets there, takes it pretty cleanly. I think we'd have to watch it back to make sure that it was definitely clean, but it was a lovely crossfield kick. Oh yeah, that's clean as.
That's a great take.
Isn't it?
Because the last second or so it would have been unseen. Wouldn't be able to see the ball because of the Samoan player there. At full speed, that's an incredible take.
And put it down cleanly too.
That head-to-head duel between those two wingers. They've both got a double now in search of a hat-trick, and in that celebration, Rocco Ono leading it with Naikore, and now lining up the conversion attempt. Effortless strike, but just dragged across the face. The margin remains 12. Well, the ICC Cricket World Cup continues live from India tomorrow night. It's must win for Australia against Sri Lanka. Can the Aussies bounce back after a horror start to the tournament? They're 0-2 and must win against Sri Lanka tomorrow night, 7 p.m. live on Nine's Wide World of Sports. You can watch Australia's campaign throughout, live and free on Nine. Viewers were able to watch that epic contest between Pakistan and India last night from the World Cup as well. Pakistan were looking good, then there came the collapse, and India showing why they're the red-hot favourites to lift the trophy on home soil. Is the comeback on here? 13 minutes remaining. Fiji with their tails up, and Sienna Lang
Hands away, back here, Samoa.
really finding her confidence here. Played on the wing for Queensland's under-19s this year and playing as a 5/8 today. A versatile player.
12, don't go back. Now wait.
Helping out at dummy half here, the teenager. Now Mofe. And you said, Roo, that they needed to get her back out there, and involved, and she's making her presence felt again.
Yeah, she's taken the sting out of Asura as well. But this is definitely what they needed. These last couple of sets of 6 have been much more direct, much quicker for Bulikula.
Up to centre field they go. Slipping out of the tackle to ensure a quick play the ball here. Momentum gain. What can they do with it? Trying to set it up for Namoth there. And spins away over and finds that try line just. The comeback is on big time here. It has to stand this one, surely.
I think he's going to say
It's a try.
yeah. I think he holds possession the whole time.
I thought it was NRLW rules. You just give the try and then the bunker rules if you need to. Since when do you send it up like that?
I know. That's why I thought he was going to say that she was short and then went for a second effort. But she spins really well here. She holds on to it. Holds on to it. That's clean. But she's definitely brought sparks. She's come back on the field.
Big kick coming up. That last miss may be costly. Here's the decision. That's a try.
In breezy conditions like this, when it's a bit of a cross breeze, Joey, what do? You
take it back another 5 metres from wherever you're going to kick. So from this position, you probably take it back probably 16, 17 metres, but yeah, it's taking it back to the 20. Maybe take it back even more, and then when you lay the ball down, lay it down flatter, and just try to drive it in golf terms. Instead of hitting a 7-iron, you hit like a 4-iron, 5-iron, just keep it low and hard. I don't play golf, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
I was going to.
You sounded like you knew what you were doing. Well, I don't play golf.
What do you call them, a stinger or something?
The Tigers.
Anyway, sounds good.
With a 2-iron.
Yeah. Just pull out the 3-iron and just get on top of it and just hit it low. Otherwise, just move in and kick it. Well, just don't think.
We've changed goal kickers here. It was Rocco Ono a moment ago, and now it's Naikore.
That's it?
Oh, not to be.
No.
Well, after the footy, 9 Summer of Tennis is here. It all starts on December 29 with the hottest ticket of the summer, the Australian Open live from January 14, right here on Nine's Wide World of Summer. Arina Sabalenka back to defend her title. Novak Djokovic as well. How many Grand Slams will the GOAT wind up with? He's had a phenomenal year again, Novak. That conversion being waved away keeps the margin out beyond a converted try in favour of Fetu Samoa, who are in search of the finish line right now. It's still a long way away. 9.5 minutes remaining. Mapasua reefs it out. Too late after the held call. So, that's going to be 10 in the bin potentially.
For sure.
Oh, look at this. Yeah. Game changing right before your eyes here.
Well, those last 2 missed conversions, hopefully not don't come into play. There's a big 10 minutes coming up, 9 minutes, finish the game.
So Tessa Leo will not be back. Fetu Samoa will have to defend with 12 the rest of the way. This is the easiest decision of all for a referee when this happens, Ruth.
And he called it early too, Liam Kennedy. And the touch judge is right on top of it as well. Just a bit of a rush of blood there, which sometimes block your ears.
Not just the strip, but then making the tackle when you're not back after a quick tap. How costly will that be?
Well, sometimes that's what happens when there's fatigue sets in. You need to actively switch your brain off because your body wants to shut your brain down. It wants to stop you from thinking.
They attack that side where Tui has departed from. Mapasua came in off the wing to make that tackle count. Here's Namoth. A big cult status here in Port Moresby with her second half performance. Again, they attack that side. They can't get it to the winger just yet. Back to centre field for Fiji. Bulikula. Inside the red zone they go. That's a flop at the end of it all.
Penalty.
Not given against Nua Asala. Got away with one there. Toka. And great take defensively. Tui v Naikore. And they're inside the 10, in fact.
That's two get out of jail free cards there for Samoa. I think Nuasala definitely flopped on that last tackle. Should have been a penalty. And then here, Bulikula being offside. Naikore is out of shot. She must have been the one that he was calling out. Rocco
got involved in the tackle as well. Eventually she appeared to be offside on that replay too. A welcome spell of possession for Fetu Samoa. How do they play it now, Roo, with just 12 players on the ground and leading by 8?
Well, they need to just sit into it a little bit. They can't have the ill discipline that they've had throughout this game. They need to hang on to the football. The longer that they have the footy in hand, the better it is for them, because obviously defensively they're down that number. So if they can just punch through the ruck, stay nice and clean, they'll get themselves home and hosed.
Williams Guthrie a little proppy after her previous play the ball. Looks to have run off that issue. Late offload. That was clever, wasn't it? From Young K to Destiny Brill. Noah Asala. That's 12 on 12 right now. Treatment for a Fijian player in back play. That's
6 again.
Just pick it up and you've got a fresh set of 6, and that's what they do through Ellie. Tougher and tougher to get back to 10 at this stage of the game. Referee keeping Fiji Bulikula honest in that regard. Try here with 12 players would be handy for Fetu Samoa. Given a fair tackle there by Hardigan on Liati. Oh, over the top. Now Mofe on Nua Asala getting a taste of her own medicine. Lofipaw throwing a no-look pass, and they get a bonus 6 more out of that.
Well, Namode was trying to get back on side, and she played at the football. That's why Samoa get that set restart.
What an effort by Holmes. A try was brewing there, but she made the one-on-one tackle, and now they get a reprieve with a player requiring treatment.
Is it cramp again?
Toka.
No, I think it's the second rower. Rainima.
Appears to be cramp. That's why the referee comes to check on that. Emma Rainima back into her defensive position after that cramp stoppage, which will cause some debate in lounge rooms around the country, no doubt, whether that should have been allowed or not. Going to crash their way over. Mofe with great contact on Janelle Williams. Can't get it wide. They would score if they went wide, you'd think. Lofipaw held on. And will now play it on the last. So without their halfback here, Fetu Samoa, it goes to a front rower instead. And now Pilia Rasambale crossfield. Where's it land for Tui? Kept alive for Williams Guthrie. And Ellie has no one to go to. Did well to hold on and then find a teammate. Is there a second kick coming up? Not anymore. After Pilia Rasambale was tripped up by Lang.
Well, more scramble defence by Bulikula there. But Samoa just keeping the ball alive, keeping Fiji scrambling, which takes a lot out of the defensive line, especially with 6 minutes to go in these conditions. Everyone already looks pretty gassed.
was the kick, bottom of the screen. Great scramble by Fiji. Here's the big tackle here. Flying. Lang. Offload.
And Staples looking to capitalise. Keeps it alive for Naitoka. Toka tries to set it up for a way through for Shum Cottrell. Toka moving beautifully, isn't she? Popping up everywhere, looking so dangerous.
Oh, good run.
Determined run from Grace Wanga. Another of the locally based players in this lineup today. Short side raid. Out in front of the winger.
Oh, good tackle.
Roka Marama did well to hold on, and so too Mapasua, who's dealt with at marker. Back to Staples for the kick, and plenty of teammates in front, of course. Stay out of it's the cry. It'll be a penalty coming up again. And not a repeat set. Roka Marama had to listen to the referee.
Yeah, on that last play, as a kicker, you got to be right on that advantage line. You can't be too deep because all your chasers will be in front. That time, that last play, the ball went back about 10 metres. So pretty much everyone was offside. How far behind to play the ball.
It's bread and butter for the officials. You're not going to get away with that in modern day rugby league.
Well, the pass out of dummy half was very poor. It didn't go where it was supposed to, and it went to someone who's not really a kicker. Went to Cassie Staples. She was caught out there. This gives another opportunity to Samoa. If they can just roll through their work, stay clean, keep ball in hand as long as possible.
Raymond Duff. Nua Asala ready to roll once more. It's a big run at this stage of the game. What a performance. She'll be in the player of the match calculations, you'd imagine. Ellie, nice ball play for Williams Guthrie, and the offload for Liati. What do they do here on the last? Piliate Rasambale tells her dummy half to get there. And still going. Chopped down in the end. Happy to hand it over 5 metres out and say to Fiji Bulikula, can he go 95?
Yeah, smart play. Didn't want to risk the 7 tackle restart with a kick that goes dead. Keep their discipline and defence strong. You think they'll get harmed. Just need a bit of that Fiji magic, which we've seen over the years. And they've got players who can go long distance. I think Staples could go 60, 70.
Easily.
Oh, that's an error. Poor pass from dummy half.
Next set, lady's got to go. Middle. Middle. Lock on. Let's go, Samoa.
The halfback, no, Toka. And really good today. Unfortunately, that ball was down low in the front.
The apology came immediately from the dummy half. Raymond Duff goes left from the scrum, and Williams Guthrie has another go.
Hold the eye, all the way. Hold! Go one.
Sua, the teenager.
Back to me on the line here. Now hold. Go to.
Back to that left-hand side. They've created an overlap with 12 players, and there is the sealer. Another try for Taylor Mapasua, and Fetu Samoa too good in Port Moresby.
That's kind of been how this game has rolled. One team makes an error and the other team rolls down into position and takes advantage of it. We saw that right from the get-go, and unfortunately both teams, well, 12 errors for Bulikula and 11 for Samoa. Points have flowed off the back of that, but this is just nice movement out to the left. Considering they're down a player on that left edge, they're missing their left centre. To be able to strip Bulikula there, they did very well. And again, Williams Guthrie heavily involved in everything that Samoa are doing well.
Yeah, moving forward, looks like there's a real good team brewing there with the Samoan team. Jamie Soward coaching the team. They look well drilled. Spoke about Jamie trying to get some other gun players coming over to Samoa. We've seen in the men's game a lot of the players pledging their allegiance to Samoa. So moving forward, there's no reason why Samoa can't be a powerhouse in international footy.
His assistants this week have been Frank Pritchard and Kyle Stanley, Samoan internationals themselves.
Frank Pritchard, he was a pleasure to tackle. Yuck. All those are knees. And only about 120 kilos and run like the wind.
And Niall Williams-Guthrie, the captain, talked about how proudly they're representing the 685 country code of Samoa this week. And this game sanctioned by the International Rugby League, world ranking points available, so they'll rise from 20th in the world. And Jamie Soward thinks if they can get all those players together, they're a top 3 nation, not just top 10, top 5. Siren has sounded. This will determine the final margin. The conversion attempt. Oh, what a strike. The best of the day to seal a 14-point victory for Fetu Samoa. Winners over Fiji Bulikula in Port Moresby. And what a performance this is. After so long in the wilderness, Niall Williams-Guthrie leading this team with pride and passion. And they have been too good in the end. Full time here. Fetu Samoa 26, Fiji Bulikula 12.